failing in university is good for character development.
Hey, little baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Keziah. So in today's video, well, first of all, let's address the beats, the hair. I'm giving very much Medusa. Yes, I'm giving very much Medusa. Yeah, so anyway, in today's video I have to make sure I don't lengthen this video and sit here and stay here talking, because I actually have a class. It's morning, it's like 8, so I figured I film this video, look nice, and then go to class. So today's video, if you can tell from the title, is things I wish I knew about Unza before coming to Unza. I hope this helps someone, and I hope if you're at Unza or at another public university, you agree with what I'm going to say, or like you relate. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Okay, so first, you're accepted at Unza, and then you see a post on Facebook that says they're allowing accommodation applications. Start off as soon as possible. When they say applications will be open on the 1st of October on the Shani, make sure you're here on the first day, because more often than not, accommodation at Unza is given on a first come first served basis. So make sure you're here on the first day, latest second day, because on the first, like, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you come early, chances are you're going to be given accommodation. That's the first thing. Accommodation. Don't give anyone money promising you they're going to give you a room. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose your parents' money, because it's not your money. You're going to lose your parents' money, and you will cry. People can be convincing. There's scammers here, so people can be convincing. So just make sure you're going through the right channels to get your accommodation. Don't give anyone money promising you accommodation. There are scammers here, and they prey on first years. So know that. People in my intake were scammed just like that. So make sure you remember that. I regret not coming on the first. I came, I think, the second week. Or was it like a Friday? Because I said I'm going to do my medicals and my accommodation application on the same day. So I came I think I came on a Friday, and then I was here on a Monday. Or I came here on a Thursday, was here on a Friday. But just make sure, immediately they announce on the first day, you're in line applying for accommodation. Make sure you're, especially if you're female, because female spaces are limited, and female spaces are on high demand. So just make sure you're here on the first day. Make sure you're here on the first day and apply. Make sure you apply on the first day. Chances are you'll be given if you're here on the first day. Second, so now you're accepted, you've applied, you've shani, maybe you've even been given a room. So now, orientation. Make sure you come to your orientation. Yes, it looks like waste of time, especially if you're from Lusaka and you've been at Unza, you play around at Unza Shani. Maybe it will be a waste of time, but don't come to orientation for the reasons you think have to come to orientation. Of course, it's nice, you know, in the movies when the white people are like first day of college and there are student associations, there's radios, there's what, there's stands. It's the same exact thing with Unza. You see like a milk kit stand, you see a happy apple stand, there are student associations, it's a lot of things happening. It's a lot of things happening. The same way you see it in the movies, but make it Zambian. That's what happens at Unza when it's orientation week. So make sure you come to orientation, not just for the social part. Make sure you go to the orientation for your school, whatever school you're accepted in. If the school of education, school of humanities, school of natural sciences, go to the orientation for your school, where the lecturers come and tell you how to apply, what the courses are about. Make sure you go there, because especially if you don't exactly know your course selection. I'm speaking for the School of Humanities, because I'm in the School of Humanities, and there are a lot of courses. The minimum amount of courses you're allowed to apply for is 4 courses. But if you don't know your course combination, because it's non-quota, unless you're going direct, but if it's non-quota, if you don't know your course combination, don't just rely on what the student associations are going to tell you, because they want you to do their course, they want you to be in their association. Go to where the lecturers address the students. They tell you about the course, what jobs you can have after you finish the course. Just make sure you're there. It's very informative. Make sure you go there before you even apply, before you even select your courses and you in your portal and you shiny. Make sure you go to where the lecturers address you, they tell you about the course. Make sure you do that. I went after I had already applied. I don't really regret my course selection, but it's just that I wish I had known before I selected my courses. The minimum is 4, you can always go above. But also, don't feel like you're in a rush to apply for courses. You have until registration period is done to select your courses. You can still go for classes for the courses you're interested in, but don't be in a rush to select your courses. Just take your time, think about it, breathe, and then select your courses. If you feel like you want to change your courses, the customer service center is always there for you. You can go to the customer service center and they can do some things for you, and you can change your course selection. Or the assistant dean of school humanities. That's what the school humanities. The assistant dean can help you change your courses, but just make sure you go to the orientation where the lecturers go. That's the point of orientation, guys. The social part is also nice, but just make sure you are at the orientation where the lecturers address you. All the lecturers in all the departments of the school humanities, they go to that orientation. Economics, law, demography, development studies, sociology, psychology, everyone is there. All the heads of department are there. They tell you what you expect, where you can work. They tell you all that. So it's very important for you to know that, know what courses go together. Shani, make sure you know that. Most especially if you don't know what exactly you want to do. If you know you are doing law, you have to have your mathematics, you have to have your language, you have to take your language as a prerequisite. If you want to do economics, demography, mathematics is your prerequisite. You have to have mathematics. So those things, they tell you all those things. Even the students will tell you all those things, but it's just better when it's coming from the person that will be teaching you those things. So make sure you go to your orientation. And another thing about orientation, mingle. Get people's numbers, join a student association. Join a student association. It's not even at you're not into student shani. It's important. At Unza, we have student associations. Student associations is not just students alone. Student associations also have Unza alumni. Unza alumni are powerful people. Okay, you can have, the COO, I don't know, the Election Commission of Zambia, the person that was announcing the results, he was at Unza. He's in Unza. So imagine being in Unza and rubbing shoulders with him. That's what Unza student associations do for you. There are powerful people, contacts, connections you need to make in student associations. Make sure you're in a student association. It doesn't even matter which one. If you can join all of them, join all of them. Unless they're very specific to a shan, like low shan. But for those like general student associations, join them, but also join the ones for your course. Make sure you join a student association. Make sure you have a school activity that you're doing, extracurricular. I regret not having one. I really wanted to join the roller skating thingy, and because I used to play basketball in high school, I almost joined the Unza Honeys, but I didn't because I was so scared. But not having an extracurricular activity is something I regret. So make sure you join a student association, extracurricular activity. Make sure you have that. Make sure you mingle, get people's numbers, share, and make friends at orientation. Make sure you do all that, you guys. I regret not doing it. I came to my orientation, but some of the things I didn't do. So just make sure you do that. And also, attend another orientation you need to attend is your library orientation. Make sure you're there. The library is big. The Unza library is big. If you didn't attend your orientation, you will get overwhelmed by the library. The Unza library is the largest library in the Southern region. It's big. If you're going to be doing records, archives type of like history, library and information studies, law, you need to know your way around the library, because there's some are called short loans where you get papers, shiny. You need to know your way around the library. So go to your library orientation. Very, very important. So I think that's it about orientation. So orientation is done. Now school's open. Make sure you attend your first class of every course you registered for, every course you're taking. Make sure you attend your first class. Not just that it's just the first class. That's why you get to know your lecturer. The lecturer lays down the rules, do's and don'ts. Don't come late, shiny. And also, if you miss your first class and the lecturer has actually taught, it just, for me, because I had crashing courses, I missed one. It just felt off. I felt like I didn't start with them, and it was just one class. So make sure you attend your first class of every course you are taking. Always. Even if you miss the others, attend the first class. It's very important. Even the lecturers will tell you that at orientation. Attend your first class. Very, very important. You've attended your first class, now things are going well, you're getting the hang of it. Your first test comes. It's okay if you don't go with your ID. It's fine. They don't require you to take out your ID during a test. It's okay if you don't go with your ID. You don't require one. So take it easy. And also, failing, absolutely normal. This is university, not high school. Failing is normal. High school, you don't really have the luxury of failing. But failing in university is good for character development. It's good for character development, especially to you overachievers. It's good for character development. Failing is normal, guys. Absolutely normal. It's fine. Your test, not your exam. And also at Unza, there's this thing. Usually, not always, but usually, the tests are harder than the exam. So just make sure you charge. Don't take tests lightly. Make sure you charge for those tests. Make sure you do what you need to do for those assignments, because these days what they're doing is 50-50 or 60-50. Your CA is more important than your exam, because people had the habit of missing tests and assignments because they knew they can pass the exam because it had a higher percentage. But now they're doing 50-50 or 60-50. The CA has more weight than the exam. So just make sure whatever you do, charge for your exam or for your tests. Charge for everything anyway. But keep this in mind. Another thing, so if you're accommodated within school, okay, maybe even just boarding houses, make sure your most prized possession when you're in school is your laptop and your phone. These two things. Your food, your bag, your clothes, they can be stolen. You'll be fine. You can buy other things. But your laptop and your phone, you need these two for WhatsApp updates and for your assignments. So if your laptop is stolen, your phone is stolen, it's a halt to your academic life. So make sure you protect them. Make sure you have locks. If you have a trunk, make sure you have locks. If you have lockers, make sure they are locked at all times. For me and my roommates in first year, we were very, someone can call it paranoid or whatever, but we never left the room without locking away our PCs, our laptops, our phones. Even if it's just the bathroom, and the bathroom was just opposite our room, it was locked at all times. There was no short distance. It was locked always. So make sure you value, like you protect with all your might, your PC and your phone, always. I think it goes without saying, make good friends in university. Of course, high school is not like university. It's not like in high school where the person that plays the most is the person that fails. It can be opposite university. The person that plays the most is the one that passes the most. But just make friends that share your values, share your belief system, share your work ethic, share your shiny. Like, know this. In university, if you live a certain way, you have a certain belief system, or you don't, there are people that live the opposite from you. Like, if you If you drink, you smoke, you shun, there's a whole other group of people that don't. If you don't drink, you don't shun, you're not about that life, there's a whole other group of people in university that do. So know this, adjust accordingly. Even when you're making friends, have this in mind. The way you are is not the way other people are. So have this in mind and adjust accordingly. Also, something I forgot to say when I was talking about academics is your grade 12 results, they don't matter here. Leave them at the door. Leave them at the gates. No one is going to ask you how many points you had. No one is going to care about your 6 points here. No one cares. You start afresh. Reuse your brain cells. No one cares if you are the highest at your school. In grade 9, grade 7, in grade 12. Nobody cares. You start on a clean slate. You wipe it. Like, nobody cares. So just be humble. If you come with the arrogance of high school thinking you're intelligent, university will humble you. So just start on a clean slate. Start afresh. Start with enthusiasm. Study. If you can study in advance, I don't do that. If you are going to be living in school and you have roommates, squatties, shani, even if you don't have, if there's someone on the other side, make sure you agree on your safety thingies. Because sometimes, most of the time, if someone is careless about safety, it is another person that will pay. Their laptop is stolen, their phone is stolen. So just agree. You should go out, lock the door. If it's at night, lock us in, take the key. Just agree on those small things, just to avoid having such a situation. Because you blame someone else, and maybe they are to blame, but if you didn't talk about it, it's a sticky situation. So just make sure you agree, especially on safety. Make sure you agree. So I think this is the last thing I'm talking about. If I remember more things while I talk, I will say them. But guys, have fun. If there is something I regret from my first year, it's not having fun. I've talked about not joining a student association, not having an extracurricular activity. Have fun. Don't get into the paranoia of first let me finish first year. That's what I was also thinking. And then COVID hits, and then I've been homeschooled. So I don't know places, I don't know things. So just have fun. It's university. If there is noise and it's not a riot, go watch. If there is participate. If you can handle an extracurricular activity, do that. Have fun. Just have fun. Even if there's something I regret, I hate being part of the COVID era students. I really hate it. And it looks like even in my final year, we'll still be COVID era students because COVID is still about. So it's hard. Have fun. Have as much fun as possible. Of course, without neglecting your studies. But just make sure you live a little. Especially if you don't come from Lusaka. If you come from the Copper Belt, if you don't come from Lusaka or maybe Southern Province where there's like Livingston and stuff, have fun. It doesn't even have to be expensive fun. There's noise in school, go watch. Sing along if you can, if it's something you can do. If it's not a riot, go watch, have fun, participate. But if it's a riot, look the other way. Pack your bags and leave. Lock your door. But have fun. Make sure you have fun. So yeah, I think that's it. I know there are certain things I haven't said, obviously, but these are the things that are like most important, like things I think I wish I knew. But if you're at Unza or at any other public university, or you've been to Unza, comment down below what you think I should have said, what you wish you knew before going to your university or before coming to Unza, and give us a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.